But let's face it, if you're going to go for credit boosting, you might as well maximize everything, because that's the name of the game, is to get as much as you can to show on your report to bring down the credit utilization to bring up your score. So 10,000 for the ZBLACKCARD, 5,000 for My Jewelers, and 5,000 for the New Coast Direct. So New Coast Direct is much like My Jewelers, where they report to credit bureaus, all three, and they do a actually I do believe New Coast was waiting on one of their credit bureaus to approve them, and so they will be in a, if not now, perhaps a month or two from now, but they will be reporting to all three. Now, just like My Jewelers, you have to buy something. You do have to get something on their list of products, and they do have various products from marine, RV, sporting goods, cameras, jewelry, watches, cell phones, accessories, computer, tablets, networking, toys, hobbies. Yeah, toys. Video games. I don't know if you have kids or not, but that's a nice little thing to have. Now, you would have to have you have to buy at least a minimum $100 worth of merchandise. I mean, you could buy something with $200, $300, $500, that's fine too. But you have to put at least $100 worth of all this, any merchandise, into your cart. Okay? Because you're going to be financing half of that. So if you can find something or find a couple items that are worth up to $100, which is the minimum, then you're financing half of that. So you'll be financing $50, which is really not a big deal. You probably pay like $25 a month. Of course, that's minimum. I mean, if you wind up getting $500 worth of stuff, then obviously it's a different story. Your payment is going to be a little higher than $25 a month. Now there is a fee in order to even have credit with these folks. Just like My Jewelers, you have to pay $100. The $100 is just to get in the door, just to have credit. So you're paying $100 up front today. If you were to sign up today and you wanted to get credit with these folks, you'd have to pay $100. There's no escaping that. That is a $100 fee. That's for the whole year, okay? And that's yearly. So after a year, you have to pay another $100 to maintain the credit profile. That will maintain them. It will maintain your credit to be reported. Now, the merchandise is separate, okay? So let's say you did the minimum $100 for purchasing in your cart. You're financing half. So you would pay $100 just to have credit. Then you'd pay the $50 because you have to pay half because you're financing the rest of it. So you'd be $150 today that you'd have to spend in order to have the $5,000 trade line. Now there are a couple things. You have to be 18. You have to have a valid Social Security number, valid ID. Your income has to be over $600 a month. Now they may or may not ask you for these things, and if they do, they'll email you, of course. And you do have to have some sort of history, some sort of credit. They aren't going to post to a CPN or folks with no credit whatsoever. So they will do a hard inquiry. You'll get stuck. You get hit with a hard inquiry just like with My Jewelers. So initially, expect to pay $150 with New Coast Direct. And with that, let's go to My Jewelers. And this is basically the same exact thing. This is mostly jewelry, all jewelry with some watches. So you have some electronics, but not much. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I have a My Jewelers Club, and I searched watches, and there were pages and pages of watches. But I'm not looking for fancy watches, and I'm a very basic guy when it comes to watches because I'm the kind of guy who winds up getting it dinged up and hitting the walls or door frames or getting it banged up. So I don't usually wear anything too fancy that gets scratched up. But I bought a watch for like $110, $100 and something anyway, and they reported it about About 2 months later, it reported. I also got a card in the mail. They actually give you a card, but it's like I said, with both of these companies, My Jewelers and the New Coast Direct, this is credit you could only use at their online stores. This is not something you can go to a gas station and put gas in your car or anything like that. So, but same thing with the My Jewelers. You're going to put $100 initially just to have the ability to open a line of credit with them, and they're going to give you $5,000, and you have to buy something minimum. As you can see right here, join now for $99. That's their fee just to have a credit line. Now just pick something. Minimum is $100 purchase. You finance half of that, which means you pay up front half, the other half. So you can pay $150 for the New Coast Direct and pay another $150 for My Jewelers. You're already looking at $300, but you're looking at $10,000 already of a trade line that reports to all 3 credit bureaus, and it might take about a month and a half, 2 months to post, but it does post. And this I can verify for sure because I myself have done it. So I can tell you right now, My Jewelers, it does post. And it's been posting now for well over a year, and I've had to renew already. So you do have to renew this just like you do on the New Coast Direct. You have to renew every year, $100. And if you want, keep buying merchandise and keep showing that you're making payments. So because otherwise, no payments are reporting. I mean, it still shows that you have that credit, but no payments are being reported. So the more you keep it going, the better. And you might wind up spending a minimum of $25 per month to $75, $100 a month on either one. Let's say you wind up buying something worth $1,000. Maybe you saw a ring on here, an engagement ring, and it's $1,000. You can easily be spending, $50 to $100 depending on the value of the merchandise you buy, and because they are giving you $5,000 credit line, you could be spending $25 to, like I said, $100 a month. But it'll report and it shows. But this is all about playing the utilization game, bringing that utilization down. So, I mean, you can buy this stuff anywhere, to be honest with you. You can buy all these things anywhere. Just even at the other company, you could buy all these things anywhere. And they might even be a little cheaper, You're just really in for it for the credit boost, and that's it. So why not do the basic minimum and reap the rewards on $10,000 between the both of these. Now the last one is ZBLACKCARD. Pretty easy. Go to ZBLACKCARD.com, promo code RMJ5, and it'll give you a page that looks just like this. Or you can go to ZBLACKCARD.com/RMJ5. It'll look like this. But if you just go to ZBLACKCARD.com, when you come down to here, it'll ask for an email, because this is by invite only, guys. This is your $10,000 trade line. So with $10,000 from this company and the $5,000 from the other two, that's a $20,000 total for Primary Tradeline. So here, after you've entered in your email, it'll ask you to confirm or enter the promo code. Like I said, put in promo code RMJ5, and it'll say, "Are you sure this is the person?" Just click yes, because it's invite only. It'll ask you what plan to choose. You want this plan right here, because this right here is the $5,000 credit booster. Now we're going to double this $5,000, and how we double that $5,000 is down here. Doubles your credit booster, okay, up to $10,000, and there is a fee, just like there's a fee with other companies every year, and also initially right out the door. So here, this is going to cost you $70 a month. $70 a month. Now you're not getting any merchandise. like you are with the other companies, although you would be getting a lot of rewards. And you'll also, if you choose to, you can also buy a card. This is a metal prepaid card. And I don't have to tell you about prepaid cards. I'm sure you all know about prepaid cards. This is a little different, being that there's no fees like all the other prepaid cards. You don't have to worry about all those fees. So right away, you're saving money. And it's a metal card, so it stands out. And you just refer people, and you can get money just for referring other people, much like I am referring you guys today. But this is the plan that I have, because I wanted that $10,000 credit line. You select the combo. I went ahead and I got this card, which is $100. Of course, you can get different cards if you wanted to. But you come down here, you could pick the MasterCard or the Visa. The Visa is a little more expensive, but you're gonna choose which transaction company you want to use, and you have the MasterCard or Visa. If you're just going minimum, and this is what I recommend, if you want to go minimum, go to 20. So right here, you're looking at $70 per month, and maybe you want to get, whatever card you wind up getting. It's up to you. And then you go with the cheapest, the $20 MasterCard, and then you want to get this $200 fee in order to boost your credit boost by 2, which will boost that 5,000 to a 10,000. So you're looking at 200, 20, whatever amount card you decide to get, and 70. And with that alone, you'll have a $10,000 credit line reporting to all 3 credit bureaus. Now, the good thing about this, unlike the other 2 companies, with My Jewelers and with the New Coast, you're going to get hit with a credit check, with a hard inquiry. With ZBLACKCARD, they don't care about your credit. They're not doing a credit pull. They're not doing anything. You select the combo, select the card, select the cheapest MasterCard, get the $200 upgrade, so you can double that 5,000 to 10,000. And then, of course, you want to get the card mailed to you. So it just pick the $10 because you're in the U.S. Here, if you're overseas, you'd probably pick that. But that's it. So these are the 3 top trade lines that will get you up to 20,000. 10 from here, and then 5 from each of these. And like I said, ZBLACKCARD.com. This could be a little tricky to navigate because this is invite only. This isn't just a web page where you can navigate and go anywhere you want to and buy whatever. Here it's a little different. You can't actually go any further in purchasing any plan or card or service unless you have a promo code. So I'm giving you a promo code, RMJ5, which is right there in that corner. Because when you enter in your email, it's going to ask you about the promo code. I'm just going to put in a random extra email that I have laying around, so you guys can see what it looks like. And it says promo code. So you enter in the promo code, like I said, RMJ5. We don't want that. You want this. All right. Hit continue. And it says you were invited by Nelson Lunsford, and you just hit yes. And then it'll start asking you all the questions. As far as before this was blank. You weren't able to add anything to your cart. And now you can. So this is how you're going to get $10,000 in a trade line. Now, like I said, it's an investment. You are paying yourself to repair your credit in a way, and you have total control over it. So now, do I recommend getting credit repair as well? Of course I do. Fix your credit, get as much taken off as you can, and get a trade line. Primary trade lines are best because they're yours. you know, and people who are loaning money, be banks or financial institutions, you know, if they sit down and look at a credit report, they can tell if you're using an authorized user trade line or if it's a primary trade line. And they may or may not accept that authorized user trade line. So it is a crapshoot as far as, you know, paying all that money for an authorized user trade line. Not to mention it's only temporary for about a month or two. That's how long it stays on. They won't keep you on very long. But a primary trade line is yours. You pay your monthly fee, like you have monthly fees with My Jewelers and also with New Coast Direct, because you know you buy merchandise and you're paying them per month. So anyway, this is Nelson, and get your trade lines, primary trade lines, and boost your credit score.